Kari, you started as a person. Nobody knew about you and you had to start your content strategy, your product. How would you advise other females how to start branding yourself as an industry expert?
Sure. It's easier said than done. Step one is to actually become an expert in your industry, or at the very least, knowing what you're talking about. And women in particular tend to be plagued by this logical fallacy called imposter syndrome, where you probably have the skills, you're probably better than most people that you know, or even in your industry, but imposter syndrome is like, well, I don't know 100% of everything that there is to know about this particular subject, so I'm not an expert. I don't have that credibility. When realistically, there's a study that's been done, and I can't quote it off the top of my head, but something like 70% of men will apply for a job if they have 50% of the qualifications for that position is listed in the job description. But like 80% of women won't apply at all unless they check off 100% of those boxes. So everyone starts from nowhere. Everyone starts from zero. As you progress in your career, as you progress in your knowledge base, you get further and further and further away from the zero mark. Basically, nobody ever hits the 100% mark. So if you understand that, and if a reporter is looking for quotes on an area that you have knowledge in, then by all means comment on your area of knowledge. You don't have to necessarily know 100% of the given topic. If you can answer the question, answer it directly, and answer it with authority and expertise, then you're likely to get quoted. And then all of a sudden you've been quoted in, like, I've been quoted in the New York Times. My first year or so in business, I was on CNN. I was in an article on CNN.com. And then I went on national TV on CNN to talk about the same thing. And what I was talking about was how difficult it was for agencies, PR agencies, content writing agencies, agencies in the digital marketing world to find talent, to find and hire writing talent specifically. That's still an ongoing struggle. In 10 years, that hasn't changed. But then I can say I've been featured on CNN, and then I got the backlink from CNN to my website. That helped with my website search engine optimization, or SEO.
That's easier said than done, as you say. And again, we are going to the quotation that you said on our PhD before, just do it. So
Yes.
Exactly, there is no better moment but now. Kari, well, you are quite lucky. You got picked up by all these big names and media outlets. How did you do that? So the article was basically about how difficult it is to find people with talent. And that was exactly the moment that they want to interview you.
Yeah, so let me start by saying that public relations is easier to do yourself than you would believe. Nobody knows your brand's messaging better than you do. Probably nobody has more expertise in your company, in your given area than you do as the CEO or executive. So there's a service and it's free. It's called HARO, HARO. It's short for Help a Reporter Out. Their website is helpareporter.com. You can sign up for these free alerts and they will send you 3 a day. They're essentially 100 to 200 reporter queries in your inbox each day. So what does that look like? That looks like a 3 times a day email that has 50 plus media queries. What's a media query? That's a journalist who's looking for an expert source to comment on a specific topic. They tell you the topic, they give you the questions, and all you have to do is respond to that reporter's query, answering the questions, and you're all set to go. My team has an average of a 30% hit rate on pitches. So 30 to 40, which is more than double the industry average. If you get your messaging down, it's really easy to pitch your expertise in a way that the journalist is going to incorporate into their articles. Now you get published, or they publish the article, you're quoted, you're cited as the CEO or expert source at insert link here, in more cases than not, that results in a backlink to your website, which means as people are reading the article that you're quoted in, they click on that link to your website and ideally make a purchase afterward. At the very least, you're increasing your brand awareness. After that, you're able to post the as featured in all over your website. That increases conversion rate. That increases credibility with your target audience, with people who are reading your website. Well, this person has been featured. They must be good. In a lot of cases, journalists will only cover, the good.